Alrighty, this is going to be part one in a little mini series on a introduction to Sierra chart. So this is designed for someone merging over from a more retail-based platform like Thinkorswim or whatever it might be to Sierra chart. There's definitely that initial learning curve on how the platform operates. However, I'd like to stress that give it a chance, give yourself the time to adapt to it because it is by far the most powerful and customizable platform that I'm yet to see. So with that being said, we'll move forward. So this is the main Sierra chart installation folder. It is a isolated application, meaning everything you need for it is in this folder, and you can have multiple installations of it. So I even have two right there, meaning you could have two isolated Sierra chart platforms running with two different accounts if you like to do it that way, or whatever your case may be. However, going through just kind of the main folders, this is going to be a combination of a bunch of studies and source code. So if you are interested in developing your own studies, then you can go in here and see the source code for a whole bunch of them. The data folder, this is your primary folder that you'll most likely the only folder that most of you will ever have to touch because it contains all of your chart books. So if you ever download a chart book from somebody online and you would like to use it, you drag and drop it into this folder, as well as any custom studies, or if you want to send someone a chart book, it's all in here. Those are all going to be with the .cht extension. So if we go to the bottom of this, we'll see all these chart books here. So the .cht, that is a chart book file. The .dll right here is going to be most likely your custom study. And then all of these SCIDs and .dlys are the actual data that your data feed downloads. So it's all of the price information. And finally, the study collection right here is going to be a collection. If you go into Sierra Charts and you want to save a whole bunch of studies under one name, it'll create a file like that, which you can apply to any chart in the future. And that's going to be pretty much all you need to be worried with right now. We will go ahead and pop the application open and go ahead and start talking about it. So first things first is you should, we'll talk about the data side first. So if you're new to this whole side of things, say you're a Thinkorswim user and you're trying to move over to this, obviously you're going to have your FCM, whether it's AMP clearing or stage 5 or whoever it might be, and they're going to be the ones who are actually providing you with the data feed, right? And your data feed is going to be what is providing you the real-time quotes as well as where your orders are being processed through. So that's going to be right here, this DTS. So it might be on your toolbar, or you can always go into, where is it? Global settings, data trade service settings. So this is going to be the first stop you need to go to. And as you can see, I'm logged into my paper trading, or the Combine account that I'm doing right now. So it's a Rhythmic Combine account. However, there is a shitload of other options here. If you're using CQG, if you're using whatever, there's whatever data platform you have, they're likely to support it here on Sierra chart. So you just go to that and then you enter in the factors and then you click OK. If it doesn't automatically connect, that's just a matter of going to File, Connect to Data Feed, and you'll see up here in this left-hand corner, it'll always show you if you are connected or trying to connect or what the status is. So now, boom, we got the green bar. We can see we are connected to this data feed. This toolbar right here is going to have all of your quick access kind of buttons you need to see. So find symbol is going to be great if you're trying to make a new chart book or open up a DOM, basically starting from scratch somewhere. However, most of the time you're going to be opening up a chart book that you already have created. So all this does is go to that data folder and it's looking for all those .cht files. So as you can see, I have a bunch of chart books here, but that's what that's going to be. And a chart book is just what it sounds like. It's a workspace full of charts that you already have designed and saved. So I have it right now set up, so I have a chart book for the S&P 500, I have a chart book for the natural gas, crude oil, etc. And then we have the log. This is always going to be popping up, and if you're ever having issues or something weird is going on, this should tell you why it's going on. So that can be helpful for debugging any issues. The trade activity log, let me just make sure it's not showing anything weird. Oh, that's just showing microfills. Okay. It's just going to be showing you trade statistics, all that good stuff. You can check it out and play with it. Available balance for your accounts. So getting started with Sierra Chart, your first kind of steps are going to be to create your first chart book, which we're going to do in the next video, as well as set up your initial global settings. So your global settings are going to be your graphics, if you have any global graphics setting, custom backgrounds, whatever else. You can do it by chart as well if you like that. And then the general settings, one area that you just want to check is that all of this is how you'd like it. I always change this right here, this scroll wheel setting, because I prefer it to be on this option. So when you open up the chart, you'll see how the chart gets maneuvered, and you can decide how you'd like the scroll wheel to act. I prefer to zoom basically instead of panning on the x-axis. And there's some other more advanced settings, but you don't have to worry about those right now. So I'd go through that, and then obviously this is a huge one, is how well you can customize your keyboard shortcuts. So start looking through that, and if you'd like to set any keyboard shortcuts, for example, if you'd like to trade, and this is one of the best ways I think to trade, is actually executing off of the chart itself. So you can add hotkeys to, where's the actual custom? Here we go. So by market, you can set hotkeys for all that, and it's not gonna randomly go off. You have to do a lot of extra stuff to actually get those enabled, but we'll talk about those later. So that's your first step, is getting to this screen and getting your data pulled up, etc. And the next video, we're going to be actually making our first chart book and going through all of that.